Looking for a reliable electric scooter that doesn't break the bank? You're in the right place. Whether you're commuting to work, zipping around campus, or just cruising for fun, there are plenty of high-performing electric scooters available for under $600. These models offer a solid balance of speed, range, build quality, and essential safety features, without the premium price tag. In this guide, we'll break down the top picks that deliver the most value in this budget range, so you can ride smarter and save money. Number 1. Gautrax G4 Electric Scooter. The Gautrax G4 is a tried and tested scooter that has been a popular model for a number of years now. It's available in several different power levels, but for the purpose of this review, we're focusing on the entry-level model, which is the 500W single motor version, which is available for around $569. Generally, commuting scooters tend to have around 250W, 350W of power, so Gotrax's 500W motor is a step up and is a good option for heavier riders, up to 264 pounds, and those who live in hillier areas. Personally, I prefer a scooter that has a top speed of 20 miles per hour or more. So many scooters are limited to 15.5 miles per hour, and it just feels too sluggish. But the Gautrax G4 hits 20 miles per hour quickly and easily. For reference, I weigh 187 pounds. Dual motor versions of this scooter are available, so for riders who need something more powerful, you can go for the dual 500W or dual 650W motor option. Something I really liked about the G4 is how comfortable the footplate is. The grippy tread makes you feel safe in all weathers. My criticism would be that the combination of the hard pneumatic tires and the lack of suspension do lead to the G4 being a sporty/hard ride, which can be tough on the wrists if you're riding long distances. Number 2. iScooter Electric Scooter. The iScooter electric scooter turned out to be a surprisingly fun and practical ride. I tested the 350W model, and while it's not the most powerful out there, the 19 miles per hour top speed felt zippy enough for commuting without feeling like I was crawling. The acceleration is smooth, and the cruise control feature saved me from holding down the throttle during longer stretches. Definitely a nice touch for city riding. One thing I really appreciated was how lightweight it is. At just 26 pounds, folding it up and stashing it in the trunk was easy enough. I could easily see this being useful for quick errands or hopping on public transport. It folds in 3 seconds, according to their website, though I have to say, it took me a bit longer. So it's perfect for anyone who doesn't want to wrestle with their scooter at the end of the day. The ride itself is decent for a scooter without suspension. The honeycomb tires do an okay job absorbing smaller bumps, though you'll feel it if the road gets rough. What impressed me was the braking system. Having both disc brakes and an anti-lock system made stopping feel controlled and reliable, even when I had to make a sudden stop. Charging didn't feel like a hassle either. It took about 4 hours to top up, and the 18-mile range felt solid for my daily trips. Plus, the Smart app is a neat bonus. I could lock it remotely, adjust the settings, and check battery life, which added some extra peace of mind. Number 3. Segway Ninebot E2 Plus Electric Scooter. The Segway Ninebot E2 Plus is a smooth, stylish ride that brings comfort and performance together in a compact frame. While it doesn't break any land speed records, it makes up for that with its reliability and comfort. The 300W motor gets you up to 15.5 miles per hour, which is decent for quick city rides, though it does cap out at a modest 12.4-mile range when pushing it at top speed. One thing I really appreciated was the ride comfort. The 8.1-inch shock-absorbing tires and low center of gravity give it a steady, almost cushioned feel even on less than perfect streets. It's not exactly suspension-laden, unless you're eyeing the ES1L model, but it absorbs bumps well enough that I didn't feel like I needed a chiropractor after. The braking system, a combo of electronic and drum brakes, felt responsive and reliable, especially when weaving through traffic. A fun bonus? The 256-color RGB ambient lights. They sync up with your speed and add a pop of flair to your ride. It's not a game changer for performance, but hey, if you're going to cruise at 15 miles per hour, why not do it in style? The large 2.8-inch LED dashboard is another great touch, making it easy to track your speed and battery life without squinting. If you need a scooter to fold up and toss in the trunk, the E2 Plus's portability stands out. It's lightweight enough to carry, and the folding mechanism is quick and painless. The water resistance rating of IPX4 adds peace of mind for those surprise rainy commutes, though you won't want to drench it. Number 4. Etwow GTSE Electric Scooter. The Etwow GTSE electric kick scooter is a pretty solid option for anyone looking to have a little fun on their commute. The 700W motor is the star of the show. It gets up to 25 miles per hour with no problem, and it handles slopes up to 25 degrees without too much of a struggle. I tested it on a few steep hills around my neighborhood, and it powered right through without any stuttering. The battery gives me about 25 miles on a single charge, though that's depending on a few things like the rider's weight and the terrain. That's more than enough for a daily commute or running errands around town. Plus, with the dual suspension, the ride is way smoother than I expected. The best part for me? The foldability. This thing is lightweight, and when I'm done riding, I can easily fold it up and carry it with one hand. Seriously, it feels like carrying a grocery bag. I've tossed it in the trunk of my car or just stored it under my desk when I'm at work, and it takes up barely any space. I also played around with the Etwow app, and it's nice to have that control over things like speed settings and even locking the scooter remotely. Plus, the KRS braking system is pretty cool. It helps recover energy when braking, making it feel more efficient when riding. Number 5. Inmotion S1F Electric Scooter. I have to say, the Inmotion S1F is something else. I'm 5 feet 3 inches and weigh about 143 pounds, so I was curious how a scooter built for larger riders would feel for someone my size. And it was great. The 300 pounds weight capacity means that this scooter is built for durability, and it made me feel confident right away. One of the first things I noticed was the comfort of the 10-inch pneumatic tires, which are perfect for handling bumps and uneven surfaces. The ride was smooth even when I hit cracks or went over rough patches of road. Plus, the dual suspension made a huge difference. It absorbed a lot of the shocks, so I didn't feel the usual jarring that comes with riding over rough terrain. The 1000W motor gives you some serious power, and while I wasn't pushing it to its limit, I did hit the 25 miles per hour top speed a few times, and it was smooth. I also gave the 30% hill climbing capability a test, and even though I live in a hilly area, it had no trouble getting up the inclines without losing momentum. This scooter is not only fast, but also really reliable when it comes to tackling different terrains. Number 6. Nyo K3 Max Electric Scooter. First off, the 350W motor with a 700W peak output packs enough punch to get you moving up to 20 miles per hour without breaking a sweat. I did a mix of flat and uphill terrain, and I was impressed by its ability to handle about 20% grade hills. It didn't struggle at all, which is a huge plus if you live in a city with some elevation. On a full charge, I managed to get close to the 31-mile range without worrying about the battery running out, which is perfect for a longer commute or weekend ride. It takes about 6 hours to fully charge, so not too bad if you leave it charging overnight. One feature that really stood out for me was the comfort. The deck is 13% wider than some other models, and that made a noticeable difference in terms of stability. I didn't feel cramped, even when I was standing for longer stretches. The 25% wider handlebars, at 47.3 inches, felt more secure in my grip, especially when navigating through traffic. And those 2.5-inch thick tires? They made the ride so much smoother, even on rougher patches of road. I felt the shock absorption working, and it definitely made the experience more comfortable. When it comes to safety, NIU didn't skimp. The scooter comes with a triple braking system, front and rear disc brakes plus electric braking, which gave me confidence when I needed to stop quickly. The regenerative braking is also a nice touch, helping to recover some energy while you're stopping, which adds a bit to the overall efficiency of the ride. Plus, the scooter has halo headlights and brake lights for better visibility, which I really appreciated when riding at night. Number 7. iScooter 9.3 Electric Scooter. The iScooter 9.3 comes with an 800W motor that gives it plenty of power, letting me hit speeds of up to 28 miles per hour and easily cover about 28 miles on a single charge. I took it through different terrains, and the 10-inch off-road tires with dual shock absorbers made sure I was comfortable, even on bumpy paths. One thing I really liked was the height-adjustable handlebar. Being able to adjust it between 44.5 to 52.8 inches made it easy to find a comfortable riding position. And it's foldable, so carrying or storing it is a breeze. However, at 51 pounds, it's a bit on the heavier side, so you might want to keep that in mind if you need to carry it around a lot. The turn signals and ambient lights are great for evening rides, and the Mini Robot app adds a fun element by letting me lock the scooter remotely and adjust settings like speed. If you're in the market for something that offers power, comfort, and practicality, the iScooter 9.3 definitely delivers.